What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Dead on Dave. Now look, those of you guys know what this channel is mainly about know that I'm a wrestling man. I do wrestling all the time, and wrestling rumors are tricky because the wrestling industry revolves around rumors because nobody really knows what's ever going on. Some are accurate, some are ridiculous, and me, I don't have any contacts, so I simply just read all of the dirt sheets. And as I'm reading them, one word constantly comes into view all the time. Each and every single article essentially starts with this: reportedly. That's right, reportedly. Everything is safe because of the word reportedly. So that leads me to this. Welcome to the very first episode of Wrestling Reportedly, the show where I'm going to go ahead and spout off between 3 and 5 of the big wrestling rumors prevalent at the time, and we're going to talk about them and see what holds water, what doesn't, and maybe just joke on it completely. I hope you guys are excited about it. I'm super excited about it. But before we get to that, just a real quick note. My good buddy Real Talk Metaphor Messiah has got all kinds of great music happening right now. And if you love Real Talk and you want to support Real Talk, especially during the time that he's having right now where he's having some medical issues and everything, go ahead and take a gander at this.
Hey, what's happening, everybody? It's Real Talk, the Metaphor Messiah, rapper and artist, but you know him better as the co-host of Shot from the Point Live. From the streets of Chicago to the bright lights of Las Vegas, Real Talk rocks the stage and the digital store. Hard-hitting and thought-provoking. Check out my man, Real Talk, the Metaphor Messiah.
Make sure you check out his latest release, Black Mozart, along with his latest music video, Notice Me.
That's right, that's right, that's right. Make sure you're checking out everything that is in the world of Real Talk Metaphor Messiah. So, there we go. Let's get into the rumors, shall we? The first ever Wrestling Reportedly. Let's go! Alright, this first ever story on Wrestling Reportedly comes to us about the ninth wonder of the world, Chyna. That's right, unfortunately, Chyna did leave us earlier this year, but her legacy will live on forever, especially with people like Jason King of Bleacher Report continuing to write about her. He has written this new book, Tell All, The Great Fall of Chyna, and he recently appeared on XPac's podcast, which you can check out in the description box below. And he had some really interesting things to say about Chyna and why she left WWE. The real reason why she left WWE. He would go on to state this, and I quote, "Getting a hold of Kathy Hamilton, Chyna's sister, to me was the key to the whole story. She and Chyna's mom have never really spoken much to the media, and there was just a lot of questions about what Chyna was really like before she became a wrestler. And not only that, Kathy and her were still very close during the time she was in WWE, and that was obviously when she was dating Triple H. And that was when she had the contract issues. And you know Chyna had kind of pushed a narrative once she was no longer in the WWE that she was let go or fired or however you want to call it, or didn't get her contract renewed. And that wasn't entirely true. According to her sister, she was offered $400,000 a year to renew her contract, and she turned it down. She wanted a base salary downside of $1 million. So yes, it looks like Chyna may have left over a contract dispute, but there are some also things. There's also some other things within this story, The Great Fall of Chyna, that kind of leads into that a little bit more. That the contract negotiations went on at the exact same time that Chyna confronted Vince and Stephanie about the situation. So it does ultimately come down to a believe what you want to believe type situation, but interesting nonetheless. Kind of gives you a new perspective on why the ninth wonder of the world really left the WWE. Heartbreak or financial burdens? We'll never know, but I think we all know that the controversy will always live on. All right, so there you go. What do we have next on Wrestling Reportedly? Well, let's stick in the realm of controversial. Let's stick in the realm of weird, because that's always fun. Broken Matt Hardy. Oh, look at him down there, Broken Matt. How many of you guys really want to see Broken Matt in the WWE? Well, reportedly, you could get your wish. Or maybe not. Look, in one of the loosest rumors I've read in quite a long time, apparently WWE has sent feelers out to Matt Hardy about a return to the company when his contract expires in the spring with TNA. Feelers. Sounds like something you'd find in a second-rate hentai. Not that I would know anything about that, of course. Or just a word you use to put a semblance of credence onto something you just made up. Well, I guess it's better than saying sources say that WWE sent sources to Hardy about a return. Not a shock. This one came to us from Dave Meltzer. But at least he changed his word a little bit. He used feelers now. I like that. Now, could Matt be coming back? Sure. But Meltzer was quick to dose water all over this little campfire with this follow-up. With WWE, there's a killer schedule, which probably isn't the best thing for him physically right now. Meltzer would go on. Granted, if something happens to TNA, the equation changes because he's loaded with ideas for his characters and he would need television to get them over. Isn't that interesting? How Meltzer just changes narratives and switches things up 4 different times in that same story. It's amazing. That guy, Meltzer, man. But you can't say anything about it. You can't say anything about him because this is what the business is. It's all about feelers and sources and false narratives and double narratives and different things and then putting a killer on all of it. It's all about ratings. It's all about credibility in the end, or lack thereof. So we do got one more. We got one more story, and it's a doozy. It's a fun one, and it is a controversial one that everybody's up in arms about and everybody seems to have an opinion over. So let's get into that. Now, you remember this guy, right? You remember him? Over here. There we go. You remember him. That's Cody Rhodes, man. Or now just Cody, as we all saw on this week's Impact. Cody has arrived. Cody Rhodes has arrived. Well, strike that. It's just Cody as he's arrived in TNA. That's right. Cody will just be known as Cody for the time being. And a story that is getting all the fanboys more up in arms than if Han shot first. Look, Cody cannot use Cody Rhodes outside of WWE. And reportedly, his wife, Eden, or Brandy Rhodes, can. She will be using Brandy Rhodes within TNA. And I can hear it. Hold on. But Dad, Aunt Dave, his daddy was Dusty Rhodes and he used his name everywhere. It's not fair. Yes, it is true. Dusty used his name everywhere in and out of WWE. And the fact is, he built his name outside of WWE. He created Dusty Rhodes and made it famous without WWE's help. He did later go on as the American Dream Dusty Rhodes in WWE, but his legacy was already forged by that time. Cody Rhodes never used Cody Rhodes outside the WWE. The name Cody Rhodes, not Rhodes by itself, Cody Rhodes was created within WWE. Plain and simple. The name was built there, so they have ownership. This is further backed up by that fact that I just talked about, that reportedly Brandy will be able to use the Rhodes name because she never used it in the WWE, so they have no stake to it. They didn't build it. Look, I know this is going to sound dickish, but I have no issues with the WWE trying to protect names that they help build to a global audience. No issues with it at all, even if that last name of it is Rhodes. Because although Rhodes is a marketable name, Cody Rhodes and everything about that character was built in WWE. That's it. His real name isn't Cody Rhodes. His WWE name was Cody Rhodes. Part of that was to capitalize on the Dusty Rhodes legacy, yes, but that Dusty Rhodes legacy also did have WWE ties as well. So, look, I have no problems at all, especially when WWE themselves have shown talents how to get away with this stuff. Just change the spelling. And that, kids, is how Cody Rhodes is going to be born. Real simple. Look at that. How hard is that? Roads. Rhodes. Boom. That's WWE does it all the time. They spelled core Corre. They don't give any fathom of a donkey fornication. Let me tell you, and neither should these guys. Go get your money. Find different ways to do it, because people are stupid anyway. They don't care how it's spelled. It's how it sounds. Ryback, if he was smart, wouldn't have changed his name to Ryback Reeves, but a judge did uphold that ruling. It wouldn't have been R-Y-B-A-C-K. It would have been R-I-B-A-C-K if he was smart. That's all you got to do to market yourself on the indies. R-I-B-A-C-K. What's so hard about that? Hell, t-shirts, you can just try to rub off part of the Y and just put a dot over it. And then boom, you got an I. What's so hard? It'll be an italicized I, but an I nonetheless. So there you go. There's the first ever wrestling reportedly. Did you like this idea? Do you want to see more of it? Well, you're going to, because I really enjoy it, and we're going to continue to break down and talk about all the wrestling rumors that are going on and out there, even the ones that are stupid and crazy, because it's fun to do. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you throw a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you've yet to do so, and support everybody that's within the featured channels of this little community. On the featured channels right at the beginning page, you'll see all kinds of guys on there. Make sure you go check them out, including my good friend Tommy C over at Shot from the Point, Jeff Huffman over at Grand Slam 87, and many, many more. Too Tall, so many more. Go check them out. And Real Talk, the Metaphor Messiah. Go check them out, kids. Thank you for joining us right here for another great show on Dead on Dave Production. This was Wrestling Reportedly. We'll see you next time. Like, subscribe, and share. And as always, if you don't have talent, have talented friends. We'll see you next time. Keep it copious. And peace.